First thing I can recollect is going in and Uncle Dean. Now there, I'll figure it out.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Oh man, Uncle Will Church. Uncle Will Church gave me a piece of candy, big roll, come in a big stick, about that big around. And my mother went to cut it up. I don't recollect Harry being born, but Mom cut that butcher knife and hammer and cut it up in like wagon wheels. And give Zoney and Loney some of my candy, and I got bad when eating them. Then the next thing I recollect, we was moving from her West Virginia down to Gay, West Virginia. And we lived there for, if we lived there, must have been 4 or 5 years. And then we moved down to another place. And then we moved back up to our own place again. And then Dad sold it out. Well, when we lived down there, that second place, well, that's where the first ghost was. Okie Benedict's place. And of a night, they'd be a man, it sounded like a man come up from upstairs down into the hallway and then come out here and open the door. Couldn't keep it shut. When he come down, the water wasn't in that. Then when you heard him, he'd go tipping around and go upstairs and open the door upstairs. My dad and mother slept in this room here, this big room with a big fireplace. And come wintertime, first when we lived there, I don't think we lived there about a couple of years. And Dad had a big roaring fire in there, and Mom and Dad went to bed. Down come home, whatever it was, tip, tip, tip down the stairs, and come to the door, open the door. That was it. Cold. Dad got up, shut the door, and had latches on the doors that didn't have knobs. Put a chair and all that on the floor, braced the door. I said, let the old gentleman come down. Said, open the door now. After a while, heard him coming down the stairs. Tip, 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 tip. Come down, come here. Hit that door, that chair popped out across the floor. Dad said, well, I'll fix the bastard. He said, he went at him with 2 before, spiked nails. He nailed it quartered across the door, from one corner down up in stud to the house, door frame. And Mom told him, she said, Jim, they don't need to try to keep it shut. Said, it stands open all summer. Said, you can't keep that door shut. Let him try it now. And Dad wouldn't take him. Dad, after a while, long the night, here he come again. Saying that tapping coming downstairs. Boy, when they come here, that old 2 before flew off that door facing and clear across the room. Dad said to heck with him. Let him stay out there. Then we moved from there back up to the home place. And then we sold it. And we went down to, I started a school up there too when I was a kid. First school I think I went to, I liked one girl. She was a whole lot bigger than I was. I was just a wee little guy. And I liked that girl so well. Man, I didn't think she was only, I think her name was Amy. And then we changed schools. I went over here at one school, and the next year I went to another school, at another place that's down below the other one. And then the next year I went to Briscoe. I don't know, maybe I went down there 2 or 3 winters before we moved. We moved down between Ravenswood and Ripley. And we got in that spooky house. We hadn't lived there very long. Well, me and Harry, when we first went there, there was a big hallway. Went through this way. You could come out of the kitchen in this hallway and then come clear down here, and you could back in the living room. Then you could take and go outside here with an outside cellar. There's a bedroom on this end. Me and Harry wanted that bedroom. So I don't know how long we slept in there. Don't recollect that, but anyhow, one night we went to bed and just like a cat jumped up on her feet. Feel it, just like turned around and laid down. We went to kicking it. We kicked that thing up and come down, come down like a football on her feet. We didn't have a big time. Mother come in and said, what's the matter, you kids? You crazy? No, Mom, there's a cat in the room. And so she went and got the light, the oil light, that's all you had at that time. And we looked under the bed, we looked every place. No cat. Mom went back in the living room, and she hadn't been gone about 10 minutes, back up on the bed. We started kicking it again. She come back in and wondered what was the matter now. That day, there a cat in here. Get it up, jumped on our bed. Well, Mother must have heard something, before that. Anyhow, says, you two kids is coming out of here. And I don't recollect where they put us in the room. Next thing I recollect, we burnt wood in a cooking stove. Cut about that long, split it all up. Me and Harry went to get the wood in, and we had what we call a wood box, about that long, about that deep, maybe that high. We put the box full and we stuck like standards in it, and piled it way up. And we was all in the living room, all at once, just sounded like pans, everything, the kitchen, pans and everything falling off the wall. And me and Harry jumped up and said, boy, our wood pile fell down. We went running in the kitchen to bring our wood back up. That's what we thought it was. Couldn't find nothing. You couldn't find one thing out of place. And so that house was built like an L, like this. Went this way and went up here, and then went in here and back out this way and across. At times you could hear like men are talking around in that L. You would hear them, you couldn't tell what they're saying. Go around, there's nothing there. Go back and sit down on the front porch. Directly you hear them start talking again. Went on that way for a while, and there's one night we went talking. There's one of our neighbor's boys there playing with us. We was out in the field, it was getting dark, and my sister, Lonnie, older than I was, Mother told her to go out and holler at those boys to get in the house. And she come out from the house, out there was a chicken house, barn, buggy sheds, all kind of buildings, built in a string all fastened together. Just chicken house, just one building, is all connected together. So, Lonnie went ducking. She went out there, and there's a fence went up here for the chicken house up here, and there's a little small gate here where you go through, see, open the big gate up here. There's a lot fenced her in out there. And she got out there, and something sounded like a goose. Shh! And she was out ready to open this little gate to go through, like she's going out past the building. And she said, well, you boys can't scare me. She wasn't fearing, never before she was scared of anything. And all at once they said it just looked like a white goose coming at her and come right up and blowed in her face. And Mother said she don't know how she ever got into that screen door. She come tearing in the house. And then the barn was built in that ring too. But in your barnyard, and you could drive a buggy or a wagon or anything up in here. The horses stood down here. The main stalls was there. Had board floors in. Well, as I recollect, there's three or four stalls. But in that one stall, just like a horse fighting flies, stomping. Me and Harry and Loney, we get out there, and when we get 3 corners, and when it'd always stomp up here. We'd hop from here up there, and if it stomped over here, we'd jump there, and it'd come down here. Then we would zigzag up there. Whatever stall was empty, that is just like a horse stomping, fighting flies, hitting it with his feet. We played with guitar and quit. And in and out of the barn, me and Harry setting traps for rats. There's lots of rats in that building. And down in none of that driveway, that barn with floors up, there's a sunken place. Just like something there and it caved in, went way down. Full of rat holes. We set steel traps in there. Then another that house, when we moved there, we had the nicest cat. We all loved her. We took her with us. So my dad, he'd got us a hunting dog, me and Harry. I was about 11 years old or something, around 11 years old there. And in another house one day, there's an old tomcat. We got to hunt for a cat. She didn't come in. And he had a lattice around the porch. We took a section down, went another there, and an old tomcat had cut her throat. And we got our old dog. We went back another house, and he went way back up another house. There's no basement under. Went on up here, and the rocks was clear at the floor. There was, I don't know, maybe it was that wide, and come across here, and was solid rock up through there. Well, the dog couldn't get in it. There was just one laid on top, the other solid. Me and Harry went and got a crowbar. We worked and worked and worked. The old dog, he was back there barking. He couldn't get in. We kept on prying rock out the old dog to get in. And he caught the old cat, but it was a big one. And back in there fighting, he got away from her and got away from her dog and left. And our old dog heard it. And we crawled in there to see what it was. It was just like sunk down like a grave in there. And people told us there was a huckster went there, a jewel peddler. He drove a horse and a nice buggy. And they told us that that man went to that place to stay all night. And they never seen that man again. And they claim that old man that we bought off of wasn't taken. He had the buggy, and me and Harry figured out he buried the horse in the barn and buried the man in the house. They said that man drove that buggy. He repainted it and everything. Nice buggy. And mother, she got so she couldn't take it no longer. Why, she took Oni was a baby, right?
No, Flory was a baby.
Oni was a baby.
No, Oni wasn't. Flory.
Huh?
Flory was the baby.
Who?
Aunt Flory.
Flory.
Aunt Flory was the baby. When you lived there. Aunt Flory wasn't born up in Calhoun, was she? She was born down there at Blue Ripley.
Well, maybe she was. I thought it was Oni because I was only about 12 years old. I was about 12 years old when we moved
Well,
from
it couldn't have been Flory then. Flory was young.
It was Oni.
It's been Oni.
For Harry was on 9 or 10 at that time. I don't think it was Flory. She took the kid and she just took the baby and had Dad take her out to Grandpa's in Calhoun County. She told him, says, you can sell that place and come out here, or you can stay down there. I ain't coming back. And so he come out and sold that place and we moved back to Calhoun County. People now don't believe that they're ghosts.
People don't believe it's ghosts.
There's different places.
Where was it, Dad? You first lived and the blood dripped on the floor and Grandma was scrubbing you right back.
Ew.
Blood on the floor.
Drip blood on the floor or something?
Huh?
It dripped blood on the floor or
Oh,
something?
in the hallway, there was a place, I suppose that'd be around, red as blood. And I seen my mother take hot water and lye, put on that floor, and take a spoon or something and scrape that floor till it'd be as white as any floor. Everything be off. As soon as it dried, that is right back. You couldn't keep it off the floor. All you do is cover it up.
You're dripping.
That's in the hallway.
Yeah.
That is in the hallway.
Is there any more?
Huh?
Is there any more things that you experienced?
all my life, I could tell a lot of things. But you wouldn't want to hear them.
Yeah, why not?
When I was riding team, after I grew up, we grew up there on that farm, went to school there. And I started working away from home when I was about 15, 16 years old on the farms. And then I got a little older and I worked on the county roads, dynamited the county. They let me shoot dynamite, drill holes in the rock along the road, shoot it. Then I worked for Hope Gas Company till I was, I don't know how long I worked for Hope Gas Company. And I was about 17, I went to Akron High. Went out there and worked in the Goodyear rubber shop. Got sick and come back home. And then I went back to Akron.
When was it you saw the woman walk to your bed?
Yeah, I stayed with old man Meadows the first time I was there. And then out there I had that rheumatism, and I felt it coming on, come home and went back and I went and boarded with the Jeffries, old Sturge Jeffries. And I worked a good year there again, and got the measles. And I was taken sick on Sunday morning, got up sick. Man, I was burning up and everything else, and so me and my buddy, Elder Buck, I told Buck I had to get out of this house. Cold winter time, cold. We started out and we walked practically clear through Akron High. And we caught a streetcar back. And I went to work Monday, I went to work Tuesday, I went to work Wednesday. And I got so sick on Wednesday, I got so sick they had a hospital up part of the Goodyear, to take care of their workers, They take me up there and put me to bed, and I get to feeling better. I go down, go to work again, I'll take sick again. That way till quitting time come. I was just so sick I couldn't hold my head up. And we went back over to the boarding house where we was boarding. One of the boarding house was a private home. When I went in the house, old Miss Jeffers, she was a rough talker. She said to me, I never will forget it. Says, what in the hell's the matter with you? That's the way she talked. I said, you tell me. I said, I'm just so sick. I don't know what to do. She says, I know what's the matter with you. She's just a rough talker. I don't know what the devil's wrong with me if you know. So you got the measles. Where the devil I get the measles? So you get them any place around here. So you get your ass upstairs and get in bed, or says I'm going to kick you up there. She just talked to us just like she did her own boys and kids. And I went to bed. So I was too sick to eat. Buck, Ellsworth Buck, my buddy. He said, I'll go get some whiskey. Ohio, they wasn't dry at that time. West Virginia, they didn't have no liquor stuff. They was That stage went dry. And I hadn't went dry yet. He went and got a fifth of whiskey, or quart, a big bottle. He took and fixed me up a glass of that, put ginger in it, and I don't know what, a hot drink. A glass full of it, hot as I could drink it. I drank that, and I got to those around. Buck said, I'm going to fix you another drink. He fixed me another, and I went to sleep. And he took the quart down and set it up on the cabinet in the kitchen. And next morning, Buck got up to go to work, and I got out of bed. I said, well, you're getting up so early for, Buck? I said, it ain't daylight yet. It ain't time to go to work. And Buck, he looked at me. He started laughing like crazy. He said, go look at the glass. But where is the glass? Couldn't see. My eyes were swelled shut. My lips hung down on my chin. I was swelled as tight as I could be swelled. And I was broke out. I fetched it out on me. Man, I had an awful looking thing I ever seen. My eyes was clear closed. Got to rubbing them, and I got one eye open. And I was there in bed for 2 weeks. Went back to work. And while I had the measles, I got a gathering in my ear. That ear run just like a sugar tree. I'd take a big bunch of cotton to bed with me, and then everything would be sopped the next morning. And I went to work, worked 3 days. I didn't feel like working. I went over there, and I felt, I know I was taking the rheumatism. And Buck, he was late coming home. So I went and punched out, came back to the boarding house, and Buck, he was done packing. I said, Buck, I'm going home with you. I said, I'm taking rheumatism. I had that when I was only just a small kid. I had it when we lived down in the ghost house. Well, he said, well, you pack your duds in the suitcase, and I'll be back in a little bit. He went over and he got another bottle of whiskey. Fetched it over, and I went to, fixed up a drink or two of that. Got so I could walk pretty good. My joints was all getting swelled up. Some of my feet, I don't know what part of my body was swelling. When it got swelled tight, it didn't hurt. It jumped someplace else. So I went to take a drink of that whiskey. And about half numb, we went to the railroad station. Between there, Akron and Marietta, I drank. We had that bottle about gone. But I could walk. Bucky went in the saloon there in Marietta, and they wouldn't sell it to him, and he was a whole lot older than I was. He was a couple of years older. He must have been 20, 21, around there someplace. And, well, I said, I'll go in and try it. And I went in, and they sold me 2 bottles of whiskey and a pint, 2 quarts and a pint. And we come over to his aunt's there in Parkinsburg, got a streetcar over. And so I told Buck, I said, I'll take that and go to sleep. I said, when I get up, I ain't going to walk. We're going to start home next morning. And I said, in the morning, you got to start giving me whiskey. I said, I won't be able to walk. Get enough whiskey in me, I'll make it. So, I don't know how many drinks I took. I went to bed over at his aunt's. Didn't eat anything. And next morning they made me eat. When I got out of bed, I couldn't walk. I went drinking whiskey, and eventually, I don't know what I eat, a little bit of something. We come over and got on the train, and when I feel myself getting too bad, I'd go in the toilet on the train, take a swallow or 2 of whiskey. Kept myself about half numb. We got on the train, got up to Spencer, and we got off the train. Buck told me, he said, he said, I'm going to take you down to a hotel, And he says, I'll go home and get the horses, come after you. I said, no, Buck. I said, as long as I can crawl, I'm going towards home. I said, when I give up this time, I said, I'm done. And we went taking 12 miles home in the snow on about that deep. And man, I don't know how I made it. But I just kept drinking a little bit of whiskey, just enough to keep me numb. Got home and went to bed 7 weeks. I never walked a step. Then took a mumps on that. Well, that bed that didn't hurt me. My brother, my youngest brother, Haley, he said, how are you going to take care of old mumps? Oh my gosh. He wouldn't give up. He got him and they fell on him. Boy, did he cry. He's just a little fella. I never went back there acting again to work. And then I come up to me and Joe Slider come up to Dayton City. Well, we come on up above Wheeling up there, Steubenville, or a couple of places up there trying to get in the steel mill. Anyhow, I'll never forget, I stayed all night up there in the hotel. I don't know where Joe went. And stayed all night. I got up. It only cost you a quarter for a bed at that time. I was going to get my breakfast and went in the kitchen and Digger cooks. I ain't eating here. I took all that. I went to a restaurant and got my breakfast. And I come down to Dayton City and got a job at the the pottery. I got a job in the pottery. And they put me to back of dishes. There's 3 of us. There's 2 other men and me. We worked out, we had steam heat in the pottery. And the girls over here, the sorted ware, they was over in this section here. When we went through that, we had to go through that, we was going on the pottery. And they put, every time we go to cut a kiln, you don't know what a kiln is. It's built like a silo. It's built out of tar brick. That thing's, well, I suppose 12, 14, 15, 16 feet wide. It's round though. Across it would be that far. And then they mold these dishes out in the pottery. They put them in what's called a sagger. If it's mold, well, they make a round sagger. If they're making another kind of a dish, you make it dessert dish, you make it an oval one. That way, they rick all of them in there when they get them molded. They put them in these saggers, so they won't get broke. They start laying them in that kiln. They just stack one on top of the other. They go clear, fill that up, clear up to the top, up for about, let's say 15, 20, 25 feet. And all stack up. You left on the one side, you left like stairway coming down, sagger, so you come down here where the opening was. And then they put these in there and burn them. They burn them there molded dishes. I don't know how many degrees hot they are. And when they leave them in there so long, then you take them out, and they got to bring me in here, and they put me in B. Martin and C. Martin, sent it to the twins. And I was around 19, pretty close to 20 years old. Anyhow, we get it cut down so we could throw them. The boss wasn't around, one would get over here and one over here, and this now shut the door. We didn't carry him. We were supposed to carry him out there if we got it cut down. And see, when I got up here and started cutting them down, I was on top. I handed down this guy handed down the next guy, and then he put him in the door, and then fellas carried him away, And we didn't cut down close enough, we throw. Save walking. If I was on the back, I'd throw the sagger the dishes. Get him. This guy in the middle, he'd throw the other foot, he'd catch it, put the sagger out. If they catch us, boy, it'd be too bad, you know. Lots of time that dishes bunch would break them in there. They wouldn't take it. We'd cut them. That is my job. Every time it went to cut a kill, they'd take it, put me and me and Martin to cut the kill. That'd be hot too in there. And we'll take it when dinner time come. The three girls sorted wearing us three packers. We'd come out in a big part. Well, I had an hour, half hour, whatever time we had. We was all out there, girls, and man, there's lots of girls. We'd all act a fool. And one time I come with Ida Vogel, and Blaine Spencer, Maud Steed. They was the sorters. They stayed out there, the three girls, this big room, you know, testing. See if you take them our dishes out there. Then we put these down and finished it, about to say. When they fetched these all out, they put the glaze all on. Glaze with the dishes. They're made out of mud.
Made out of clay?
They are, yeah, clay. Some kind of clay stuff in. They glaze that. Then they put them back in there and burn them again. Crystallize it. Crystallize this glaze. And then we'd have to stack them in there again and then take them out again. And one time I was coming through, Maud Steed, she was sitting on a 10-inch bowl, made her seat, you know. They was testing 10-inch bowls. And I was packing the carton, putting the 10-inch bowls in the frame, nickel frames. You said these cooking bowls, you know. Cook right in them, and these had legs on them, three or four legs on that there, like a band, like silver. These bowls set right in that. And she was all set over this way, testing them. They had a tester there. Pick them up and you tell by the sound. If there's a flaw or a crack in them, well, they throw them down a chute. And they had a big wreck of them along here. And I was sitting there, and they was all close to far and had these big bowls around there testing them out of one pile into another. I had a little black teapot going out to get water, drinking water, out in the pottery. I was sitting there and she didn't have no sweater done on, and I just woke up behind her, took a teapot out of water and poured water down her neck. I started to run, and she threw a 10-inch bowl at me. And I run into that stack of 10-inch bowls. Man, they just went tumbling. You ever seen people work? They'd have three girls work to fall down the chute for the offices up over that part of the building. We got away with it. And I was always teasing her, you know, doing something to her. Well, I wasn't all three, I was teasing all of them. And Ida said to me one day, said, listen, Ari said, some of these days, said, I'm going to take and throw you on this concrete so hard you're going to bounce. And I said, Ida, I said, you're not big enough to do that to me. All the boys I know, they was afraid of her. They wouldn't go close to her. One that C. Martin said to me, said, she's a rascal. Said, she'll throw you. I said, she can't throw me. I said, no way. I said, I ain't a professional wrestler. I said, she ain't big enough. I told her pants wasn't big enough to throw me. I don't want, we started back in work time, you know. We started back out of the pottery, back in the packing room. And I done something to her. And she made a dive after me. And I dodged her out, you know. I was quick as a cat. And I was laughing like a crazy fool, you know. And first, I had a glove on one hand. Must have been on my right hand, where I was gluing these cartons together, you know, to put these 10-inch bowls in the frame on them. And out there it got hard, just got like glass. And she made a dive at me, and she got a hold of my left arm, and she was trying to get a hold to throw me, and I was trying to catch her with this other hand. I had that daggone glove on, and I couldn't have enough grip to hold her. And eventually I got a grip on her, and I swung her around up on my back and carried her out into the water, out into the packing room. And she didn't say a word about getting hurt, but she was wrinking and tearing out my hand, and she'd had her arm broke. And she hurt her arm. She didn't come back to work for 2 weeks. And I didn't know what was the matter with her. She went back to work. I said, Ida, where you been? She ain't been to work for a couple of weeks. Said, I hurt my arm when you was holding me. I said, well, I didn't mean to hurt you. She said, it was my fault. And I seen as you was a different boy than I ever got a hold of. She says, you're quicker than a cat. She says, you got a grip of steel. I said, I tried to get that glove off and couldn't get it off. And she just wrung the meat off her arm. You know, catch her arm, you know. She just had glaze on her, just cut her wrist and threw her around there. She never tried to ask me anymore. I had a lot of fun with them girls. They just nature and everything. Then when the pottery shut down, I was there for, how long I was there. We had a lot of orders to fill. Us packers had to stay there to get these orders all filled. Then I went up wheeling, went up there and went into, I was 1917. I was 20 years old. I was 20 years old in 1917. And I got a job in the steel tippling mill, packing tin. I worked there till about spring. And I was making glass cadet, and out there I wouldn't quit. Working over, I quit and went home. And I got to Creston, I don't know, 8-10 miles home. Went to Parkersburg and went up on the boat there up to Creston. Then I had to walk. Old mud roads, cold. And I walked home. I stopped with my girl I was going with, Peyton City, and we'd acted fool. We hadn't slept hardly any in the 3 days I was there before I come on down there. And boy, I got on the train and went to sleep. I put my money in my shoes. I put it in my shirt. I had money all over. I got before I left up there. And before I went to sleep, and then when I got on the boat, well, when I got on the train to come from Peyton City to Parkersburg, I told the conductor, and I said, if I go to sleep, will you wake me? I slept on the train clear into Parkersburg. When I got on the boat to go up the river, there wasn't very many in there. I was stretched out on the seat. Boy, when I wakened up, the thing was loaded and everybody let me sleep.
And what?
And I walked through. When I got to Creston, I walked home. I was home 2 or 3 days. Well, a week or so, or whatever time, I wasn't home very long. I went to my sister's down in Ohio. Got a job there for a contractor. Worked down there with me and the Irish. That was when the flu was all around, you know, bad flu in the Second World War, First World War, went taken. And I was working down there. I think I got $5 a day, and then I got a lot of overtime. And so my boss got the flu. All the boss had the flu but the superintendent. And he hired this Irish. They'd sent me down there. I made the reinforcements for to go into concrete, where they put up a big concrete building. And you made them so wide, so high, bent them up like this. Then you had to put them reinforcement steel rods every so many inches on that wire to go down in these here forms before they could run the concrete. And I was working at that, and my boss down there, he got drunk and got fired, and they put me down there steady. So we getting along there, and I got all the farms in down there, and the upper end of Pomeroy, they took a contract at big abutment out in the river for a coal tipple. Out in the river to put coal in the barges. These big abutments was crumbling. You know, where they were working on them and everything, it was giving away. It hadn't give, but they was all crumbling off them. So they sent me up there to build these farms.
I can get the truck started.
I'm not sure.
You must have. It's gone.
One taking, put these steel rods in the first morning. I would that they have to put this superintendent sent me up there. First morning, this old Irishman come. They'd hired this Irishman to be boss till my boss got better, you know. And I stayed at my sister's, and I went to work on the streetcar. I was 5, 10, 15 minutes late, you know. And I told the boss and them maybe take it off my pay, or else when I worked overtime, I just used that for the extra time. They said, no, forget it. He said, the streetcar's late. He says, you can't get a place to stay down in Pomeroy. He said, forget about it. He said, if you're a half hour late, he said, it's all right. He said, you're doing a good job. So this morning, Eric, when I went in there and I had us up on the platform, I had my tools up in a great big toolbox they hauled up for me. Cutters and all kinds of stuff, you know. This red-faced Irishman come. He said, where you been? I said, where'd you think I've been? I said, I can't get you at the streetcar station. Well, you said you're late. I said, yeah, I know I'm late. I said, I can't get you at the streetcar, get here. So don't let it happen again. He irritated me, you know. I gave him some hard talk. And so, one day he came up back there and said, I want you to go over there and help clean out a barge. I didn't want to start fighting with him. It wasn't my job, you know. The barge was out in the river. So I went, got in the skiff. Me and another guy or so went over. Superintendent came up. He said to some guy there working, he said, where's Roberts? He's out there, boss, you sat down here, said, send him over here to help clean that barge out. He said that boss has nothing to do with him. That he's working for me. He said, you get in the skiff and go and get him. Back over next morning, I was late again. And he fired every man, it was 5 minutes late. And when I went out on the scaffold, I was getting ready to hang my rods, get my rods all lined up. Here he come. And said, you're late. I said, I know I'm late. I know it was coming. He started on me. I had a piece of rod I'd cut off, not that long, inch rod, steel rod. I picked that up. I said, you face son of a bitch, you asked me I talked to you. I said, you get her, you're going in the river. And I go down the steel bar back. He began to back off, and I began to follow him. Man, he got out of there. I said, well, I ain't working these kind of issues. I ain't fighting. Hold no job. I went down to the office. I told him what happened. And the super said, you go back up there. I said, I'll take care of it. I said, no. Not as long as that red-faced bastard's around, I ain't working. I said, I'll put a piece of steel on him and bend it right around his neck. I said, he ain't talking, no man talking to me like that. I want him to pay me. No, I said, you come back. I said, I'll take care of it. I said, well, I won't go back as long as you're here. Walked out, got on the streetcar, come up to his sister, walked across the bottom. They were over there at the government locks. Got a job, make more over there, and walk home in 5-10 minutes. Didn't cost me anything. 50 cents more on the day. So I went to work over there on the high side. Well, they had a swell-headed boss on that side. He was a swell-head. Thought he knowed it all. So I seen that I wasn't going to get along with him. I was talking with the West Virginia boss. See, there's crew working on this side, crew working on this side. I talked to him. He said, tell you what you do. He said, you're a West Virginian. He said, lay off of there so it come over and RN with me. I helped my brother-in-law go over on the farm. For 2 or 3 days, went over and hard up for him. I worked there on that government logs. Log in the winter, we got so bad they had to lay off, shut it down, you know. I worked there till long as a man was there, I was there. Days and days in it, I never done a thing. Stay in them big cranes, you know, and them big cranes and big booms, you know, and the operators was on them. We played crack-a-loo, pitch pennies, you know, crack-a-loo, match pennies, just throw around. I don't think I ever done much was those barge come up there with a little bit of sand in it, and I shoveled it out. Day I did. I worked there till they shut the whole thing down. Then Dad was so bad I come home. I stayed at home, man. I didn't get back. I know Dad couldn't live very long, so I come home. Well, they wrote and told me Dad was getting worse. I come home. Dad was able to go around. I would come home, sitting there talking to Dad. I said to Dad, I said, well, who you doctored with, Dad? I had an ID. He said, I'm Dr. Doc Conley. I said, Dad, you know better than to doctor that man. I said, you just well tell me to go to make you rough box. I said, he'll kill you. No, he's helped me. I said, he never helped nobody in his life. I'm sick. But there ain't nothing wrong with you. He won't take his medicine. It's all right. I said, Dad, I said, my Lord, I said, you've got better sense than that. Well, a few days after, they sent me down to old Conley's to get some medicine. Lived way down in a little town along the creek. You know, I don't know, it must have been 5, 6 miles down there. I suppose I rode a horse, I don't know. Don't recollect how I went down. I went down there. I said to Conley, I said, Conley, I said, what are you doctoring Dad for? Well, he wanted me for a doctor. I said, you ain't no doctor. You're a midwife, mid work, that's all you do. You ain't educated to be a doctor. And we had a few words, and I took a minute to put it back. Went on for a while. One day I was out at the store. Doc Riddle come along. That time rode a horse. Doctor did in the country. And I said, hey, Doc, I said, where you going? He said, he's going out to all those Kirby's. We can see from on the ridge we live, we can look across on the next ridge and see Alice Kirby's house. I said to Doc, I said, when you come back, Doc, I said, ride out if you got time. Look at Dad. I said, old Carmen's killed him. I said, I think he's too far gone now for any doctor. He said, I'm going to see Jim anyhow.